And call the November meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, we will start with approval of the meeting agenda.
Motion to approve the meeting agenda.
Second.
Keith and Kyle, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. 5-0. Mr. Klein, you want to do introductions for our presentation?
Absolutely. We have Mr. Jamie Waddingham and some FFA students here who were able to attend the national convention in Indianapolis again. And they have a presentation to share with the board. So welcome. As you are speaking, please do step up to the microphone that is red right there so that people who watch online will be able to hear your part of the presentation. Take it away, Kate.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. We are members of the North Polk FFA that got the chance to go to the National FFA Convention, and we're going to run through some of the stuff we did and personal favorites of ours.
So this year we got to travel to Indianapolis with Coon Rapids Bayard, Nevada, Collins Maxwell, and East Marshall.
We had a total of 12 members attend the National FFA Convention this year. Drew and Sam were unfortunately not able to be present tonight due to various reasons, but everyone else is here. This was a group photo taken in front of the Indianapolis Colts Stadium on the left. All 12 of us are there. And then on the right side, this was at the Indianapolis 500 Speedway, right on the finish line.
So this year we were able to get a hotel right in downtown Indianapolis, so we were within walking distance of the convention and then some other areas, some restaurants in town too. The opening session kicked off the start of the week, and we got to see the opening speaker and the opening ceremonies that they ran through, and the pulse throughout the building was very electric.
We were able to tour the Ozark fisheries and learn about their growing and hatching process and also more about their business.
We also had the chance to tour the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We got to learn that it houses 350,000 people. The average speed for the cars today is about 240 miles per hour, and it takes an average of 38 seconds to make it around the track. So that was pretty cool to learn. Okay, so my personal favorite part of the trip was being able to capture pictures of everybody. I'm the North Polk FFA's reporter, so it's my job to post everything and get all the information out there. So those are a few of my favorite pictures. If you're not already following the North Polk FFA, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok now.
This is my slide. Some of my favorite memories were going to the Indianapolis 500 Speedway and seeing the museum that they had. I loved being in the Colts Stadium as well. And then my favorite memory was walking to the Colts Stadium and seeing everyone in their FFA jackets and having something in common with everyone that was there.
Hi, my name is Kate Mulbauer, and my favorite memory from this year was meeting people from Indianapolis FFA who are also going into agronomy, which is what I'm going to pursue next year at Iowa State. And like we said, Drew's in here, but his favorite memory was talking to people about their different farming techniques and visiting the Ozark fisheries. He also enjoyed experiencing new places with his friends.
So I put in a few pictures from Indianapolis. So one of my favorite memories from the trip was the restaurant we went to. That was just a couple minutes away from our hotel, and they had very good food, very good service, so it was very fun.
I'm Dirk Winkle, and I go to Ankeny Centennial, so thanks for the opportunity. And one of my favorite memories was getting to talk with the director of the restorations at the museum at the Indianapolis 500, and he was just telling us the lengths they go through to get those cars absolutely perfect, and it was fun just to see another type of agriculture that we don't see very commonly in Iowa.
Hi everyone, my name is Riley Campbell, and this is my third year attending the National FFA Convention. This year was by far my favorite year. We got to, like we mentioned earlier, got to tour the Motor Speedway, which is a really cool experience, and the Ozark fisheries, which is also really cool to learn about aquaculture. And like Sadie mentioned, we explored Indianapolis in our free nights, so we got to just kind of look around the city, which was really cool to look somewhere new. And the keynote sessions were really cool. And the convention also has a really cool career fair, so you are able to walk around, meet with people from different colleges all over the country and different agriculture businesses, which is overall a really cool experience.
Sam's not here right now, so.
My favorite memory was getting to tour the Ozark fisheries and learning how they take care of the fish that grow there, and then also getting to go to the National Convention for the first time.
My name's Nick Meckley. My favorite part about the trip was seeing all the other FFA members. Agriculture I'm really passionate about it, so I had a lot of fun going there.
Hi, I'm Lauren Corey, and some of my favorite memories were getting to hear the speakers and the national officers. Their speeches are always very inspiring, and they give us great skills to take back and practice in our own community, and give me skills to help with my leadership. And I love getting to go to the Indianapolis Speedway. It was so fun to get to see the cars and everything. And then, again, exploring downtown Indianapolis at night in the rain and with all the neon signs. I loved that. So.
I'm Tanner Jansen. My favorite memory while visiting in Indianapolis was definitely the Speedway. One of the biggest things that sparked my interest there was just seeing all the old cars that were in the museum, and then being able to like actually walk on the track, and like it was quite the experience to see that. And it was my first national convention, and so it was a great overall experience for me.
Thanks again for letting us go. It was a really great time, and it always is, so we're really appreciative of you guys, and we want to answer any questions you guys might have at this time.
I'll go first. So the obligatory picture, is it a crawdad or a crayfish, or what's being held in those pictures?
All the above.
All the above. So what's the difference there?
Basically, just where you're from. You might call it a crawdad versus a crayfish.
But it's actually the same thing. Okay. Well, there's learning for me.
Science nerd alert. It's technically called a langoustine, but people call them crawfish, which is their colloquial name, but a crayfish or a crawdad is what they're known as in the South, but they're all the same thing.
Okay. My other question was, everyone raved about the pizza place. What was the name of the pizza place in case anyone gets to Indianapolis and has a chance?
Actually, they have one in Ankeny, the Ronaldo's.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Coming from our perspective as a board, one thing that we're always looking for when we send people to conferences, whether it's students or teachers, is what can you bring back? What is there that you saw other schools doing, or what are some opportunities that you perceive that we could integrate into North Polk? How are we able to improve based on what you engaged with while you were there?
met some girls from the Indianapolis FFA. On just the FFA level at North Polk, we like interacted with them a lot. That we kind of exchanged some just
where they were going to college,
Yeah.
what kind of SAE projects they were doing. So it was also kind of getting ideas for our own projects back here at North Polk. So, like, I mean, yeah, kind of like not to compare ourselves to other chapters, but like be able to build off of more ideas from what other people are doing that they've successfully been doing. Because actually, the chapter we talked to were in like the national finals for soil judging, like they got like 12th or something. So we could kind of compare what we were doing to what like a obviously like more experienced team had been doing, so we can do better in the future.
Also, during those like sessions that we were participating and listening in, like the first session and the other ones we went to, they had different like awards they were giving out to different chapters for various activities they were doing. They have all different awards and recognition for chapters doing different things in their communities and their state level. So it's just a cool experience for us to see what people are doing all across the nation and things we can bring that back to our own chapter.
They also getting to hear the speakers and especially the national officers and how they started out and they weren't confident in public speaking like at all. And to really, that is so encouraging to bring back here and to really encourage students who may not be a natural born public speaker. Like that's not what FFA is for. It's not for the like the already talented at public speaking. It's for the ones who need to develop that skill. I feel like bringing that back here and that encouragement is really important also.
Maybe we need to talk a little bit after this because I need some help with public speaking as well. No, so as I've said this probably every single year, I think I have, is sending you guys there and then you guys coming back and telling us your experiences. Just, it's so awesome. And so I look forward to that every year. It's one of my favorite presentations, but I know for a fact that you guys have a lasting impact from this trip and you guys are going to remember it forever. So congratulations on being selected because there is a lot of people that apply that don't get to go, correct?
It's based on their activity throughout the year. So I mean, we take say top 12, and if somebody can't go, then we go down to the next 13, 14, and so on. So like up here, there's only 10 seniors up here. So next year we're gonna have a whole new rotation.
Awesome. Well done. Great presentation.
Are all the seniors, are you guys going into agriculture? Iowa State, I heard that there was other schools there. Did that prompt you to look somewhere else, anybody? And Tanner, are you a golfer?
A little bit.
Okay. You can always tell a guy by his shoes. I like your style, brother. My man. Well done. Well done. So, but again, back to the original question, agriculture, where you guys did that career fair, kind of adjust your thinking.
I mean, for me, I was planning on local DMAC here. Okay. I mean, so that it really didn't change my perspective too much, but it kind of opened my eyes to what else is out there too, and it made me realize. I mean, after DMAC, I could go many places. I mean, very cool. Yeah.
This is just a parent plug of a fellow FFAer. You're one of the largest FFA classes that we've had in a long time for seniors. Find someone younger than you that is either in FFA that you can nurture and mentor and really encourage them to stay out and have the impact that you've had. But also find someone that's maybe ag adjacent that just doesn't know what you've had the opportunity to know and learn. One of the greatest fears that I have about being in North Polk is we are rapidly urbanizing in our student population. And my kids are city kids, but their grandparents all live on acreages and farms. So they've spent a lot of their life. Think creatively about how you can incorporate others and how you can encourage people to start a garden in their backyard and still be a part of FFA and do those SAE projects, because I do know that if that mentorship, big brother, big sister, buddy program does not start with the senior class, Mr. Waddingham is going to be in a world of hurt in the next couple of years. So that's my big push to you guys. And also don't forget that there are scholarships out there, seniors, in your FFA alumni group that they are hoping lots of you apply for.
Board members, any other questions? All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Good luck, seniors.
All right, transition here to item number 5, the consent agenda. Mr. Klein, anything on the consent agenda you wish to highlight before I ask board members for any questions?
I'll highlight the cameras and the camera server. So as we do continue to add additional cameras to the district, we are pivoting to where we're going to host locally at the buildings on smaller servers versus pulling all that information back to larger servers here at the high school. So I worked with Mr. Grouden, and we've set up a rotation of when we are going to get those camera servers ordered and installed for the different buildings. So the $30,840 is for West as part of the renovation of cameras and the server. And then I will highlight the audit there too, that this is something that by Iowa code we do an annual audit, and that's something public schools are obligated to do. Not necessarily something that the private schools are currently obligated to do, even though they do get state funding through the voucher system now.
Thank you for that. Board members, questions?
No question, but I just make sure people are aware. Again, it's like Mr. Klein just mentioned the fiscal audit, and so again, we go through that process every year. It takes countless hours, Chris. I don't know if you know how many hours of your time, staff's time that goes into the financial audit, but then it also comes with the financial cost of $12,000, and that's all in the spirit of openness and transparency and making sure that we're doing everything possibly that we can with dollars, tax dollars that we're using within the district. So just so people are aware, that's something that we do every year, and we will continue to do it, and there is a cost to it.
And private schools who receive tax dollars don't have to do it.
Other questions?
I just want to bring everybody's attention quick to the personnel report. I want to congratulate Mr. Seth Polberg on his promotion to, let me get the title right, Executive Director of Operations and Human Resources. I had the opportunity to be a part of that hiring process, and it was clear that Seth has the leadership, the organization, and the skill set to make this position successful. You know, when we look as a board, we kind of look and obviously trying to find efficiencies, and I say that word a lot, obviously, and that's just, in my opinion, a piece of the puzzle. When our chief executive of our district, our superintendent, has 16 direct reports, there's definitely breakdown in those inefficiencies. And so we understand that this is an addition, but it's a necessary addition. But now our challenge now is to find somebody of the caliber of Seth Polberg to be our high school principal. And so that's going to be a process coming up that we look forward to. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Egger. Anyone else?
I'm going to just lift the veil on the district office for a second, because October and early November is one of the busiest times of the year at the district office, and people may not realize it because our certified enrollment is due in October, and it creates this cascading waterfall effect of special education reports being due, financial reports being due, and these reports take hours and days to complete. And so a shout out to everyone in our district office who made it through the month of October.
Thank you, Ashley. Anyone else? If not, I'll ask for a motion in a second.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by Ashley, second by Kyle. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
All right, 5-0. Thank you, everyone. That moves us to item number 6, public comments and communications.
I just want to congratulate James. Thank you for your years of service and congratulate you on your next steps.
Thank you, Alec. Appreciate it.
Second.
In communication with the Iowa Association of School Boards, we were able to attend the conference last week, and all 5 of the seated board members up here earned the annual board award for completing over 15 hours of learning in their role as school board members. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you for putting your time and effort in to support our students and staff here. And we will get a photo after the meeting here. So.
We'll get a photo with the award that's currently at my house that I forgot to bring tonight.
Sarah, any other public comments?
No, I didn't receive anything.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Moves us to item 7, Administrator, Director, Student Council, and Superintendent reports. We'll start with the Administrator and Director reports.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I just want to start with Matt. Thanks for the kind words, and thanks to the board and Mr. Klein for the support as I move into this new role starting next summer. It's a little bittersweet. Shared the news with staff last week, and obviously serving as the principal here has been a highlight of my career. But I'm excited for a new challenge as well. So again, just thanks for the support. A couple of other things that aren't on there. I want to thank James for his service to the board, obviously being an alumni of North Polk. I know it's meant a lot to you, James, and I just appreciate your steady leadership and guidance for me and all of us over the past several years. So congrats on a great job and a new adventure as well. And then congrats to Holly as she's joining the board too soon. So, and then just lastly, as we're approaching Thanksgiving, just want to give a shout out to our staff. Very thankful for the work they've put in so far up to this point of the year. It's been a really good school year, and every day they show up for our kids and do a great job. So just wanted to shout them out tonight as well. The 3 things to highlight here, excited about this math team donation. So this is in memory of Lisa Brumbach, who was a longtime math educator, and their family reached out to the foundation, who then reached out to me and me to the math team. And so because of their generous donation, the math team was able to secure several things that will help our math students learn. Already received those items, so that was just a great thing. So thanks again to the Brumbach family and the North Polk Foundation for their help. A couple of updates from the counseling team. The DMAC Career Academy reps from DMAC Career Academy will be here meeting with all of our sophomores, and then sophomores that are interested will then go on a field trip to the DMAC Career Academy. We had, I think, 60 kids go last year, so that's really taken off, and so probably the same number or more this year. And then on December 3rd and 8th, our juniors will be taking the pre-ACT, so we're big enough where we have to split those groups up in 2, but that's a really good opportunity for our juniors to take that test and kind of see where they fit as they approach taking the actual ACT. And then lastly, I know last month we had an update on the food pantry, but another one is now we're moving to an online order form, and some of those orders can now be picked up in Polk City at Big Creek Elementary. So thanks to Mrs. Irving on that, and I know actually she ran a shipment over this morning. So that's really starting to pick up, and that's been a really good blessing for our community. And again, just thanks to her leadership on that initiative. So any questions from you guys? Okay. JR?
Thank you, Seth.
I'm old. I need my glasses now. A couple things. Yes, I'd also like to thank James. Appreciate all your leadership. It's been fun to help serve you as you're on the board and a part of North Polk, for being a North Polk alum too. It's really neat. So thank you. First thing, just highlight up there. I'm really proud of our exploratory classes that we offer. We're a little bit different than a lot of the raccoon schools in the sense of like how much we offer for kids during that. Kids get a lot of choice now. One of the things we started was leadership class. We were really struggling with our student council, our middle school student council, where we did have votes. We had a vote for the 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. It put a lot of kids in some bad spots that maybe wanted to do a leadership and became more of a popularity contest. And then when kids would get in there and voted in, they really didn't want to partake in some of the activities. So, the staff ended up doing a lot of the planning. So Mrs. Young, our instructional coach, we talked a lot about this, and she decided we should do a leadership class just for any kids that want to be a part of leadership, and really tie it to the community. So last year was the first year that we had it for our 7th grade students. And this year we actually added in 8th grade. So if kids really like service leadership and want to grow in that area, they can take this class. Couple things that she really ties it to is the community and school. So how can we better our community and impact our school in the same way? Like I said, focus is on leadership and being just not like a good leader in sports and leading people, but just being a self-servant and how to give back and not necessarily like be in the limelight for that. So their job when they take this class is they have to come up with a project. So they do the whole entire thing where they actually email, make phone calls, kind of from top to bottom. We just finished 2 projects that we had up there. We had a cookie sale for the Story County Animal Shelter, which was pretty cool. So they ran a cookie sale in the morning. It was packed, sold out, 5 minutes. Middle school kids, right? Come in, 2 for 1. But they went up there, they cleaned cages, so it's not just like giving donations to them, but it's actually like how can we help them, which was pretty cool. So they spent about an hour and a half up there. So that was one day of the class because it's day 1 and day 2, so there's 2 different sections. Another section did a huge food drive, and currently we're doing a food insecurity unit in 7th grade social studies. So they kind of tied it with that, and right now there's a lot of need for that. So we did a little contest during Flex. We just gathered everything. Today they went to the Blessing Box in Elkhart. They went to the Comic Cupboard and also donated to the high school food pantry. So at each food pantry that they went to, both of those that were in the communities, they spent about 30 minutes helping organize and then also learning like how food pantries actually run. So the education aspect. So that's just a really cool class for us. She's had such positive impact, and it lets kids without having to be voted into something to try something. So this year we're also offering 1 section for 8th grade. So excited for that. We've just in the past, we've done so much with like Blank Children's Hospital. They were supposed to do the 5th grade field day last year for Big Creek, but weather got the best of that. However, they still did go pick up trash. So they have just different things of like how they try to give back. So it's a lot of time for Mrs. Young, but it's great to support kids in that way. Also want to say a huge thank you. We had the middle school play. You can see Mr. Klein has a leading role up there for his son, but that was really good. The Stinky Cheese Man kind of sounds like a middle school play, right? But a huge thank you to Julie Goring and Sarah Seligman. It's a lot of work. All the practices were in the morning. It's the stage takes a lot of prep to get ready. So, we wouldn't be able to put the play on without Dennis Goring. So Dennis Goring probably put in 15 to 20 hours helping with lights. He brought in his own mics. That's something we're going to ask for Celebrate North Polk. Just some different things to be able to help that process. But his generosity is amazing, and that's the last couple years. So really want to give a shout out to him also. Maybe not because he had a choice, so we really have to keep Julie in that role. But Julie and Sarah do a great job with the kids. And lastly, just I wanted to highlight our fall activities. It takes a lot of staff to help out with middle school activities. And, you know, one of the board's goals is high participation, which we usually have a lot of students participate, but that's also safety, where we got to have more coaches. We had at least 8 coaches in the fall directly from the middle school that were teachers. Thank you to all the other buildings that we have other coaches. On all of our activities, I think we just had one cheerleading coach is not a teacher at North Polk, but it's really cool that we have staff all around the district that want to help support kids. For middle school, it's just a huge culture thing where kids get to see the teachers in a different light, and they make a huge difference. So I want to give a huge shout out to all of our staff across the district that help support the middle school activities. And like Seth said, I want to thank the middle school staff. Can't believe we're at Thanksgiving here, but so they come in every day, work hard, and support our kiddos. So thank you. Any questions?
No question, John, but that's a fantastic example of trying to provide leadership opportunities. I really love that. That's great to see those kids get out and do that work, learn some lessons. And then also, too, I will say, and I don't know if everybody, if I was the only one that was added to it, but Mrs. Young's, I love reading it. There's a lot of really good content. There's some comedy in it, too, which is nice.
Middle school.
It's middle school. But anyway, that's something I think we should all make sure that we're all getting, because it really does give you kind of a nice view or a nice lens into what's all happening in the middle school building, because there's a lot that goes on and a lot of really good work. So, and again, it's kind of fun to read.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank
John.
you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Hello. So I just have a few things I wanted to highlight that have been happening at Central. This year we have continued comic clubs, but we also added in buddy groups. And those are both run and organized by some of our teacher action teams. And it has been a really great way, both of those, to provide opportunities for our students to connect across grade levels, across classrooms. So our comic clubs have been run by teachers so far. Our goal in the second semester is to get more community involvement. Ashley has come and led one so far, just one so far, right? Yeah. But those clubs have anything from making smoothies to Legos to going outside and playing basketball to just lots of different things, music, coloring, all crafts, all the different things. So the kids really look forward to that. And then our buddy groups, we've paired up. Our 5th graders are with our 2nd grade and so forth. And so we've really been intentional at helping them develop relationships. So finding activities where they get to know each other. And then a lot of the classrooms have gone from there and connect even more than, so far it's just once a month, but they're going, they're really finding it valuable and doing it more than once a month. So that's been fun. Another opportunity we've had, we knew going into this year that we would have kind of a different situation than in the past because of the secondary starting later and letting out later than us at the elementary. And so we have quite a few staff kids that are in the middle school or in the high school. And so we knew we'd have them for a little bit extra time, so we thought we'd put them to good use. And so we have a couple pictures there that show some of our middle schoolers that help out in the preschool room each morning. But we have kids that are helping greet kids as they get off the school bus. We have kids helping monitor kids in the gym, the transition when they walk from the gym to classrooms. I have kids helping open things in breakfast, wiping down tables when it's done. Just that's been a really great opportunity. And then at the end of the day, we also have had some high school and middle schoolers that come over and help with our after school program. So for our students that attend Central that have staff or their parents or staff at the middle school or high school, we offer, along with a couple of staff members, we offer some fun activities for them before they walk over to their parents every afternoon. So it's been a learning experience for all of us as we've adjusted, but I think it's been really fun to see all the middle school and high school kids connect with our students and grow as leaders with that role. And then lastly, we've really dug in this year to wildly important goals or WIGs. And this is where we started out with teachers kind of setting their own WIGs. And it could be health related, it could be work related, whatever that might be, and kind of modeling that for our students. So like Some teachers were, I'm going to try to drink so much water per day or exercise, that kind of thing. And then that has slowly trickled into trying to work on academic WIGs. And so our students are setting goals for themselves based off of standards that where they are on their scale and saying, okay, I know I want to work on getting a 3 here. Here's the action steps I'm going to take. I'm going to practice. These are ways I can practice. These are ways I can grow myself as a learner. Other examples are 5th graders are very into a 40-book challenge right now. Where they're reading, trying to read 40 books by the end of the year with a variety of genres. And then it's been a great opportunity. We've had a lot of volunteers come in and talk to the kids about the books so that they can really show that they read the book. So that's been fun as we've slowly introduced the different WIG goals. So there's a few highlights for you. Any questions for me? Oh, and lastly, we're excited for Thankfulness Breakfast tomorrow morning, 6:15 to 7:20. Hope you'll all be there. We are mostly set up and ready to go. So we're looking forward to it. I know. Really early. It's going to be great, though. We are predicted for RSVPs. We already have more RSVPs than we had attend last year. So be patient as you find parking and wait in line, but it's going to be awesome.
Do you need any extra help in the morning, or?
I think we've got it. We've got lots of staff. We had a whole crew after school getting things set up, and then we've got another crew in the morning.
Right,
so,
perfect.
but thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
I know there'll be a couple of us there. We have a couple scheduling conflicts as well. So
That's
those
all
of us
right.
that can't be there, we wish we could be because it's such an awesome time.
Yes, it's cool.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hello. Tomorrow is our Friendsgiving at lunch, so if you can't join breakfast, come see us at lunch. I didn't get this on here, but I got a little note today. I think it was a Central student. They had written thank you notes to our staff, and one made its way over to me, so that was so sweet. And then the high school principal council had made thank you notes for our staff. So very thankful for you all reaching out to us, and we hope we're giving that back to the buildings too. So. On the bottom picture, bottom right, that was our National School Lunch Week. We teamed up with the high school art assistants, and they made a poster for us for the National School Lunch Week. So it was a passport to your lunch, and then we shared that around the district. I don't have a picture, or not on here, but at Big Creek, we got our banner for our Healthy Incentive Award, and so I'm going to travel it around the kitchen. So we got a picture on Friday with the Big Creek kids, so that's going to make its way around. And then the upper right picture, we joined in with everybody dressing up at Halloween with extra Comet jerseys, so that's our high school team there. And then we rolled out a new recipe, the cinnamon apple parfait, at the high school and middle school. So any questions for me?
I don't have a question, but I'll just add one thing. So there was a video that was put onto Facebook, Hunter put together, of what makes you smile. And Lee Moeller at the high school here got 2 separate shout-outs from students for just being a positive influence. So great job, Lee. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, she's great.
Last week, I had the opportunity when we were touring around for the new position to go into the lunch, the high school lunchroom, and visiting with Anita a little bit and her staff, just a smile on all their faces. It was awesome, and that just goes to show that the culture you've built. I mean, they're cleaning up, they're mopping floors, they're singing and dancing, and I loved every minute of it. So
Awesome.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'll bring up the rear here. I was going to say congratulations and thank you, but you already too many. I don't want your head to get too big, so just kidding.
There's
I
nothing
appreciate
official
it.
tonight yet, unfortunately. He's still on the clock.
I appreciate you, James, very much. So just a few highlights to kind of wrap up the fall and then start off the winter. So we had 2 girl cross-country runners, Alexis Hergenreeder and Ellie Bennell. They qualified for state. Alexis finished 15th, which puts her on the podium and all-state honors for the 2nd straight year, so that's pretty cool for her. Marlee Ali was one of 6 dancers that qualified, or the one of 6 that danced at qualifiers, and she was the one that qualified for state dance solos here coming up next month. Let's see. Football, they finished 8-3 state quarterfinalists. They were second. They were runner-up in districts this year, so 8-3. It was a good season for them. Girls wrestling. It was an amazing first wrestling meet. I know a lot of you were there, if not all of you. It was the 17th. It was last Monday. It was the energy in that gym was probably the most I've seen in any gym I've been in my 14 years of doing AD work. It was amazing. Huxley Powers won the first ever match. She was down, but she found a way to win and won by fall, so it was a lot of fun. So thank you to everybody that was there, and we're looking forward to a very exciting season. The musical, Guys and Dolls, was a great success. That was the 14th through the 16th of November. If you had a chance to see it, it was a whole lot of fun. The kids did a great job. Thank you to Zach Howell and Miriam Salama for all your time and effort putting on the production. We had 3 students make all-state choir, Amelia Groudon, Liam Triplett, and Cannon Krantz. So they performed this past weekend up in Ames. Not pictured, but we had 3 cheerleaders up in the Dome last week for honor cheer, Olivia Nefsker, Addie Keys, and Ebony Gibbons. So they did a great job. If you were watching the games on TV, you saw them. And then I think I can't remember if I've given Joe a shout-out or not, but the dude deserves it. Joe Boyles is by far the best employee we have in this district, hands down. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Whatever we need outside, the guy gets done. If it's something that even you think that it's something that it's over the top, he finds a way to get it done. Or he's in my office and we're working through things. So I just really appreciate Joe and all he does for our district, and I just wanted to give him a shout out. Any questions?
No questions. Just a lot of amazing accomplishments that the students have been able to do. So fantastic.
Yep. And girls basketball starts tomorrow night at home. Boys basketball we got going on. Boys wrestling. So all sorts of good stuff. And then we got jazz choir, show choir. So looking forward to an exciting winter. Go Comets.
Thanks, sir.
And then Mr. Groudon is at his child's meet tonight. So I am the tech department update for today. Last month, successfully closed 178 tickets, repaired 68 Chromebooks. Shout out to Dalton and Miriam for their hard work getting those closed. Currently, 18 tickets pending. Thrilled to have Kellen Miller, North Polk alum, return working full-time for the technology staff. Completed the installation of new switches at the high school, and now in progress at the middle school and Big Creek. And then in collaboration with Mr. Richards, Mr. Polberg, and Sophie Bauer, our HR generalist, are implementing our new onboarding, offboarding software, My Benefits Channel, to help with the systematic approach to making all of the contracts and all of the necessary paperwork that come with starting a new job, but then also the offboarding piece too, that when we unfortunately have people leave us, sometimes it is making sure that all of the things get shut off in a timely fashion and predictably as well. So more to come on that.
He might not be, you can ask him and answer this later, but new switches at Big Creek, those are 2.5 years old. Can you explain them?
Not classroom switches, the technology switches. Now, the classroom switches, we have had to go away from the Cat 9, I think is the exact term, that are connected to the internet. So trying to find a little bit more manual way to make sure the light switches. I don't know the on the technology switches why. I mean, what would this be, year 3, 4? Year 4 of them. So
okay.
We can find out more.
No problem. Thanks.
Yep.
All right. Mr. Klein, you want to do introductions for?
Absolutely. Thanks to our student council members for being here. We have Jenna Mannock and Sophia Cromley here to give the student council report.
Okay, first of all, a few weeks ago, we finished up with a fundraiser. We collected cookie mix for the Elkhart's Blessing Box. Our goal was 60 boxes, but we ended up with 90 bags.
And then to celebrate, we'll have a pie eating contest. So each lunch, you'll have a pie, and then there'll be a eating contest for that. So yeah, that's what.
One person from each grade will be there, and they'll get a piece of pie, no hands, and whoever finishes the fastest will win a prize that we have.
And our winter dance committee has begun planning. We have the date set, so that's on its way. And we're just planning for the pep rally in December to send everyone off on winter break too. Any questions? Thank you.
Appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Superintendent report.
The last 3 weeks, I've had the opportunity to read in all of our elementary buildings. As of today, I've read in 51 out of the 56 elementary classrooms, and I think after tomorrow, I will be able to say that I've been able to read to every classroom. So it's been a great opportunity to get to see students in the classrooms and connect with some of our youngest learners here and share with them our mission as a district of learning for all by learning from all, and talk about the core values of relationships, respect, responsibility, resourcefulness, and resilience, and how we support that mission with those core values. Calendar committee had our first meeting. This is an ad hoc committee currently made up of just staff members, but if anyone in the community has feedback on the calendar, don't hesitate to reach out to me. But just putting together what is our calendars for the 26, 27, 27, 28, and 28, 29 school year. We're hoping to approve 3 in one foul swoop in January. And then lastly, I had it on here to mention the thankfulness breakfast as well. So hoping to see many people in the morning, and very thankful for the central staff that take the time and put forth the effort to make that a great tradition here. Any questions? I wasn't going to mention the school board convention because I assumed someone up here would mention that. But we did go to the school board convention last week.
Thank you, Mr. Klein. Moves us into new business. Item number 1 in new business is approved first reading of early retirement incentive for 25-26.
So this is in line with what we've done the past couple of years in terms of 20% of the final year base wage. The only change to this year is adding in the administrative pool. And so it is certified staff and administrators that would be eligible are those that are 55 or older by June 30th, 2026, and then have been with the school district in a continuous capacity for more than 10 years.
Just curious, what was our numbers last year on who took this early retirement incentive? Do we know?
We had 0 people take it last year.
Any other questions?
Motion to approve the first reading of the early retirement incentive for 25-26 school year.
Second?
Motion by Keith, second by Ashley. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. 5-0. Second up in new business is approved second and final readings of board policies reviewed by the policy committee.
So if it is a policy, again, that is new to the district, we don't do that in one reading update. And so a few policies there. Let me pull it up in front of me. That have been reviewed by the policy committee and are recommended for second reading.
So you'll notice there are not a ton of major changes in these policies. Actually, the one that has the most substantial changes is the first one, which is 208. And this is just a clarification that has to do with our open meeting laws. And our committees were previously listed as ad hoc committees, which are legally different than our standing committees. So that is a clarification of why we have the standing committees and what their purpose is. That's what our work session is for this afternoon, or after this meeting, but I just wanted to point out that that's the one that has some pretty significant changes, but the changes are just for legal purposes, not because we're changing practice.
Any other questions? Otherwise, I'll make a motion. So motion to approve the second and final reading Board policies 208, 205, 502.07, 507.05, 710.01E1, 507.02, 607.02.
Second.
Motion by Keith, second by Kyle. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. 5-0. Item number 3 in new business is approve modified supplemental amount MSA for EL instruction beyond 5 years.
So if we have students that are eligible still for the English language learning services, we can get additional weighting beyond the set amount of time. And so we had 2 students that were eligible, one intermediate weighting of 0.21, one at the intensive weighting of 0.26, which then when you do the math is an extra $3,354.96 of requesting allowable expenditures for this.
Questions?
Motion to approve the modified supplement amount request to the SBRC School Budget Review Committee in the amount of $3,355 for the cost of providing instructional services to English learner students being served beyond 5 years of waiting.
Second.
Motion by Keith, second by Iker. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. 5-0. Item number 4 in new business, and the last one, approve modified supplemental amount MSA for open enrollment out.
Similar to what we just talked about in terms of this is really the request for the spending authority versus the cash dollars, but this is for open enrollment.
Michael, I just have one question. Is this inclusive of the student savings accounts or the, whatever that's called?
The ESAs.
Savings accounts?
I do not believe so. It is not listed on here. Because I believe our number of students for the ESAs on the certified enrollment was 62. And so that well exceeds the 30 on here.
Any other questions?
Motion to approve the MSA request to the SBRC in the amount of $260,325 for the current open enrollment out, not on the prior year head count.
Second.
Motion by Kyle, second by Keith. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. 5-0. All right, that moves us to public comments from individual board members. Start down on the other end. Kyle, you got anything?
Thanks, James. One more time, all the way down here. I appreciate you. First and foremost, Mr. James, thank you. It's been an honor, to be honest with you. Learned a lot from you. You know, even going way back to, we figured out that we played some high school baseball against each other. So kind of seeing the fact that, you know, it comes full circle and what you've done for the board, for the community, for the district, and now to be able to continue that for the city of Polk City is pretty cool. I remember having those conversations with you when I thought about coming on 2 years ago, and then having those conversations with Holly. I think we talked for like 2 hours one night when I was in Columbus. So it's a lot of stuff that goes on in the background, and you do a lot for the school. So I just want to say congratulations and thank you very much. And then congratulations to Mr. Seth. Look forward to that kind of new adventure for you. And then, like Matt said very much earlier, like the bar is set very high. So I look forward to somebody coming in hopefully above that bar, to be honest with you. So, but thank you to all the teachers and the admins and everybody in our district. I hope everybody has a great holiday. And last but not least, congrats, Miss Holly. Look forward to you joining us here, and hopefully I can scoot down one seat. We'll see. My name tag always comes right here at the end for some reason. So, no, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
I just have a couple things. Number one, to our high school families, specifically juniors, please note that the PSAT is coming up on December 3rd. I think that's one of those standardized tests that gets missed by a lot of families. But the PSAT is really important because it qualifies you to be a National Merit Scholar and a National Merit Finalist, which has a lot of scholarship dollars attached to it. So if you are a junior parent or student, please pay attention. And last year we had Stockton Youther that was a National Merit Finalist. So that's a big win for us at the school as well. I also wanted to give a huge shout out to the Fialans who live here in Alleman and have been a part of our school community for decades. I think we're verging on half a century at this point. They partnered with the middle school PE teachers to rake leaves for families in the community that are not able to do it themselves in lieu of PE class the other day. So shout out to them for partnering with us. And then I also wanted to give a shout out to some kids that maybe got missed in some different things that were happening. Aiden Trier and Jenna Krantz were ACT scholars, which means they got a 30 or higher on their ACT, which is also a benchmark for qualifying for a lot of scholarship dollars. And Emily Gibbons is Miss Teen Polk County. And she earned the top fundraising award and the best talent award at the competition, and she will go on to represent Polk County in the Miss Teen Iowa pageant. And then the last shout out I have is for Vincent Callal, who competed in the Special Olympics and ended up earning a medal in bowling.
Fantastic. A lot of great stuff, actually. So I'm just, it's obviously the year's off to a fast start. There's all kinds of things that are going on. I mean, all the activities, whether it's sports, fine arts, etc. So lots of great work across the district. Excited to go through another election cycle. So you all have to put up with me for 4 more years. But then after that, I think it might be time to find another hobby, but we'll see. But no, yeah, there'll be time to find another hobby. I'm going to save my comments on James. We're not, unfortunately, Holly is still going to remain sitting in the audience tonight until we get all of our paperwork in from the counties, but I'll save some specific comments about my 8 years with Mr. Hill here on our school board adventure over the last time. But again, congratulations on your newly elected position. Excited to continue to build some relationships further with us as a board and the Polk City everybody that works within Polk City. So we'll be leaning heavily on you for that as we go forward here into the coming years. But overall, enjoy the upcoming break and great work to everyone. Oh, and by the way, Matt already talked about it, but when I was at the girls wrestling meet last Monday, it was honestly amazing. It was fantastic. What we've been able to create in there with the lights, the boards, the intro videos, everything. It's like such an amazing fan experience. Plus watching the girls just go out there and, especially the first duel, how many pins we had. It was fantastic. So really, really exciting. Great to see. Be really excited to see what happens with that program moving into the future. But yeah, it was definitely an electric environment. So really, really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to thank the constituents of the North Polk Community School District for electing me for another term. Again, this has been some of the most rewarding times of my life. Serving the district, the students, the staff, the parents has just been so awesome. I reflected over the last 4 years. I think I've talked about it in the meeting before. It's just crazy to think about what we've accomplished, but there's a lot more things to do, and I look forward to the next 4 years. Just want to take a moment to thank Ben Engler. He was the other candidate that ran. Ben, and I talked a few times. Great guy. And when people fill their paperwork out, get the signatures, there's a lot of vulnerability and energy that comes into that when you're running for election. So he did a great job. But I also want to, on the flip side of it, congratulate Holly. Those of you who don't know Holly, she's got a ton of heart, drive, dedication, and I'm very, very confident that she will bring a lot of success and energy to this board. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to say this just publicly because I know Keith is going to, he's been with James for 8 years. I've been with him for 4. But thanks, James. Not only are you a colleague I call you my friend, and I can pick up the phone anytime, and I have about a lot of things, and just kind of the relationship that you and I built, challenging each other on things when we may not agree, but at the end of the day, we usually can negotiate to kind of come to an understanding that we both can agree on. So if you guys think about this, 8 years is roughly 2,920 days that he has woke up as a school board member, and that's over 175,000 minutes. Right, so you think about that, that's a huge part of his life, and so that can't go unnoticed. So James, thank you very much, and everybody have a good Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Mr. Ego. Yeah, just real quickly here, congratulations to the three of you on your election. I'll make more comments on it. I had some commentary to give this evening that I've been planning out for quite a while. And, you know, as it takes place, you got me for 3 more weeks. So I really appreciate all the kind words. I know you all know it's a mutual feeling. I feel the same way about each and every one of you. I tried to highlight that a little bit in my October thoughts as well. But I am going to save some of them, and just I'm hoping that nothing really comes to the board president in the next 3 weeks where there's a chance where I could screw something up. So let's get to mid-December and we'll be all good. I don't think anyone's more upset than my wife, to be honest with you. I was actually going to have her come tonight because she's never been to a board meeting before, and she has board on Monday nights too for the credit union, so she had a really long one and got permission to leave, and then I called her Friday afternoon. I'm like, hey, this isn't gonna happen. So now she's gotta go. But anyways, I wanted to highlight one thing real quick, and it's already been talked about, both of them. I just want to say publicly what I said to Seth on the phone. I called Seth after I found out he'd accepted this position, and my thoughts to him were, every time the situation called for it and we needed strong leadership, we felt like he always exceeded expectations. That's the base level of my thoughts on Mr. Polberg. I know that's going to be true in this position as well. And then the other thing I wanted to highlight, Seth brought it up in his report. I also want to offer my condolences and thanks to the family of Lisa Brumback. I know the Brumback family very well. Grew up with all of her kids that are North Polk graduates, Kellen, Lindsay, Trey. Lisa lived right down the street here in Alleman Estates, a very familiar face to me. She died suddenly on family vacation over the summer. And as was mentioned, an educator, worked at DMAC. I think that's a beautiful memorial to her memory and her legacy by donating some of the funds from her memorial to the math department here at North Polk. So thanks to her children and her husband, Tom. That's all I have. Thank you, everyone. Next up on our agenda is closed session per Iowa Code 21.51E for student discipline.
Motion to enter closed session